Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It is Mike here with Mike's Drones and More, guys. And as promised, I am going to be doing a live unboxing for you guys. And this is the newest HobbyMate Comet 5-inch racing frame, and also the brand new HobbyMate 2305 2500 kV motors. So you guys will be able to check everything out with me, and we'll take a look and we'll see exactly what's in this box. So hold on one second. I gotta flip the camera around here so we can all take a look and see exactly what's in the box. So this is the drone kit that you can buy from them. It comes with everything. Basically, the only thing you're really going to need to do is to buy a receiver, and that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and, like I said, turn the camera around and let's take a look. All right. So let me get my camera positioned here for you guys. And here we go. Hey, Kite, how's it going, buddy? So there we go. Excuse the mess on my desk here. I've always got super glue and everything else. So I got to adjust the angle here of the camera. It's up a little bit too high. So there we go. Okay. So last night, guys, if you weren't able to tune into the social media, my teammates and we did a basic unboxing, kind of an initial review with Team HobbyMate. So I kind of wanted to do a more in-depth, more review for you guys. So anyway, so without further ado, let's open it up. So right off the bat here, so it's just a plain Jane box, nothing real super special about it. Here is your frame. You get everything that you need for your frame: your top mount, your middle mount, your bottom plate, your screws, your standoffs, everything all together, which is really, really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and set the box here just aside, and let's go ahead and open this up for you guys, and let's just take a look at the different components that go into here. Now, I do have one that's already built. At least the frame is built, because I wanted to show you guys. So I will show you that after a little bit here. So this one is our bottom plate, and you can see right here it's got those recessed cut-ins for your screws, which is really, really nice. So that way it makes for a nice, clean, smooth build. You can tell that the carbon fiber is just really, really nice. It really looks super nice. It's not cheap carbon fiber, where normally when you look at carbon fiber and you can tell it's like the cheap, like knockoff, like clone stuff. Normally, the other way you can tell too is the carbon fiber, if it goes straight, that means it's cheap, inexpensive carbon fiber. When it's diagonal like this, that means it's made of better carbon fiber. So there's your bottom plate. There's the recess. So here is the arms. And you can tell they did a really nice job on that. I'm going to try and get it to focus. There it goes, kind of. So you can see they're kind of beveled. They're not like super sharp, and I can just run my hands over them, and I'm not getting cut or anything like that. So this is the part that goes to the bottom plate, and then here's where your actual motors are going to connect on. So you can see it's only a 3-hole connector on this. And what that's going to do is that's going to do 2 different things. Obviously, that's going to shave some weight off. It's not much, but it is enough to get you a little bit extra speed. And yeah, so, and a little bit probably extra thrust, power, and things like that. And you can just see, I think these arms are either 3 or 4 millimeters. I don't have the exact specs, but if you guys have any questions on specifications on how thick the arms are or anything like that, let me know down in the comments. I will talk to HobbyMate. I talk to them almost nightly. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever, any problems, let me know. I'll be more than happy to talk to HobbyMate for you guys. So that's what the arms look like. You get 4 of those. And they are really nice because they interlock. So this is going to go on the bottom, and then they go on the top like this. And then they kind of just actually, they interlock like that. So you can see how those line up like that. And then the other one butts up right against that. So they kind of almost interlock, which is really nice. So that's that. And then here is your mid plate. And that's what that looks like. Now these bigger holes right here, they actually, inside of the kit here, you'll notice that you get these little metal inserts. They are right there. So you kind of just, what I did was I just used some needle nose pliers, and all I did was I just I pressed them in, and they were really super easy. And you'll see once I show you the fully assembled frame what I'm talking about. But so that's the mid plate. So that's going to go in between the bottom plate and the arms, and of course you get all 4 of your arms. And then here is your top plate. So this is going to be the front of the drone where your camera sits, and here's going to be the back where your antenna. So I'm not going to use this hole to mount my SMA connector because I have had issues before where these tend to snap, especially in a really bad crash and stuff like that. And sometimes too, these holes, you don't get the best reception. So we are working on some 3D printed options, and so once we have those available, I will let you guys know. Our teammate Ben, he is the guy that does all our 3D printing for us, so he's definitely working on that, and some other options I'm not going to tell you about. It'll just be a surprise for you guys. So the top plate, I believe this is either, I think it's about a 2 millimeter thickness. I don't have a caliper, unfortunately, so I can't measure the thickness. So the bottom plate is either a 1 or a 2. Actually, I think the bottom plate is a 2, and the top plate is a 1 probably, or a 2. I don't know. They might be the same. It's hard to tell. Like I said, I don't have my caliper with me. And then here's your side mounts for your camera. So, and those just go right into the top here, and they face out this way like this, and they go just like that on either side. So it's really easy to actually assemble. I'm going to be doing a separate video for builds. So if you guys have any questions on how to put the frame together, I am going to be doing a separate video on that for you guys. So because it is a little bit confusing, but it's really not that hard once you get everything all separated and everything like that. And of course you have your standard anodized standoffs. So you can, these are just a standard size, so you can probably order more of these if you want to, which is really, really nice. But they're made of a really nice anodized metal, which is pretty darn cool. I do like these a lot. All right, so that is the basic frame of that, and then here's all the screws that you're going to need. So you get different size screws for your mounting of your flight controller and your other stack. And they also, it's kind of cool, they actually give you a little Allen wrench. Most people that are builders, they're going to have their own tools. Like I use my own tools. I use the RDQ tool. So most people have it, but this is nice. You can throw it into your case or whatever if you want, something like that. So, but they definitely give you a whole bunch of screws, everything you need to put this guy together. So that's basically the frame part of it, which is really nice. So let's go ahead and go over here to the box, and let's get our next little baggie out here. So they do give you a XT60 connector for the battery, which is nice. And the gauge wire on this, I believe, if I remember, we looked last night, it's 12 gauge wire. So I like that because it's not too thick, but it's also not too thin. And of course you can cut this to whatever length that you want if you need to adjust it. But yeah, really nice that they put that in there. Okay, so the next piece in here, this is going to be your cable that basically connects your 4-in-1 ESC to your flight controller. So it's already pinned up and everything like that, and the wires are all nice and tight, so it's going to be a nice looking build. So that's going to be very cool. Here is your SMA connector. So let's see what we have. Looks like it is a SMA female connector, which is pretty nice. And then look at this, guys. The VTX on this has an MMCX connection, which is awesome. I love MMCX connections. I hate UFL connections because they always pop off, they always break. And MMCXs, I have yet to have one break. Usually where they're going to break is right here, but you know, that's I've never had one actually break off the end. So yeah, so that's another nice touch. And then of course for your VTX antenna, they include the newest, this is the Foxier Lollipop, and it is a right-hand circular polarization. So you can see it's got a little bit of bend into it, but it's actually, these are really super nice antennas. So if you are a racer, like with multi-GP, you can always order a left-hand one, and then you can switch out your polarization if you need to from left to right. Because usually when you're racing, you need both, which is nice. So, and that is hi to Kite and hi to Sweet FPV. Those guys are both my teammates. So good to see both of you guys online here. All right, so next, let's take a look at our board here. Let me grab my scissors so I can actually open it up for you guys. Give me 1 second. I know, right? Everything looks familiar. we kind of did an initial unboxing last night, but a lot of you guys are not on Facebook or weren't able to join, so I wanted to do a separate one just for my YouTube people and my YouTube fans. So this is our F4 bus, F4 V6. So it's a pretty standard board, which is really nice, and that's what it looks like in the box there. Omnibus F4. So it's got everything that you're going to need, so that is really super sweet. And this is a 30 by 30 stack, so this build you'll have to use a 30 by 30. They don't have a 20 by 20 yet, but I do know if you go on like Thingiverse and stuff like that, they do make some adapters, but I'm not going to be using that. I just use standard 30-30. That's what I use on all my builds, except for my floss. My floss is a 20 by 20. So let's take a look at the next component here. So this is going to be our 4-in-1 ESC. So let's see. Okay, thanks, Sweet. Appreciate that. So we're still learning about all this, guys. So, but so here is, looks like this is this for? I guess this is for soft mounting, I'm assuming. And then here is just some, I'm not sure what that is. I think this is this shielding, guys? I think this is shielding is what that is. So anyway, so here is your 4-in-1. This is the BL Heli, and this is the Typhoon is what this is. So it's the 4-in-1 Typhoon 32 V2. These are really nice ESCs. So you can tell they're really nice. I'm not going to take it out of the package. If you want, you can take a look, but check it out. It's really nice. And there's, of course, the connector that comes out, and then it's going to, the mounts I don't know. I was thinking, oh, it might be spacers. Okay. All right, so that's our ESC, and then let's take a look. So here's the actual, the VTX. So let me get my scissors again, and we'll cut this bad boy open. So the VTX, it does come standard with a dipole, but of course you guys seen that they do include the MMCX to SMA connector, which is really nice. So the dipoles, you can't really use them during racing. They're just, they don't have very good reception, or not reception, but they're just not very good. So definitely want to, you can keep that as a spare in case like something breaks or something. But let's take a look at the VTX. So this is the Force VT5804. I looked this up earlier while I was at work, and this is made by iFlight. So they do have all kinds of information out there on the iFlight website. So as you guys can see, there's your button right there on the side. That's what switches your channels. And right up here, this LED, that is the one that tells you what power that you're on. And I believe, right, if I remember right from looking on the website, let's take a look. There we go. So you can do 25, 100, 200, 400, 600, and that's that default light that I was telling you about that always stays on. So depending on what you want. So in multi-GP, when we're racing, we always race at 25 milliwatts, which is cool. And they give you your channel mapping and everything right here, which is really nice. And you can see it's a nice, small, thin VTX. So it's going to be really easy to install. This is going to make a really, really nice build, guys. So basically, like I said, the only thing you need to buy if you're going to buy one of these kits is you just have to buy a receiver. So this just came in the mail from me yesterday, and it came from Amazon. So you can order these. They're really super cheap. If you go to my Amazon influencer page, I think they run about like $12 to $14. Super cheap. This is the FrSky XM Plus receiver. I use this on pretty much all of my builds. They're super small. They're super light. They don't add much weight at all, and they're just really good receivers. So, all right, so that's the frame, that's the electronics. Let's get to the next part, which is our motors. So, they have two different offerings. So they've got a 2305, they got the 2500 here, kV motor, and then they also have a 2305, they've got an 1800 kV motor. So that's going to be for you 6S guys, and then the 2500 is going to be for us 4S guys. So I did try a 6S, but I did not like it very much. But let's take a look. You can see those bearings are really, really nice inside there. That winding is just absolutely beautiful. So it's HobbyMate branded, but these motors are built by RC InPower. And if you guys know RC InPower, they make absolutely beautiful, really, really nice motors. And these things are just really super shiny. Hi, Meglo. How's it going? So, yeah, let's take a look really close in here. So, I do like on the bottom of the motor that they have just a regular screw. They don't have those goofy C-clips. I hate those C-clips because if you want to change anything out, like the bell or anything like that, they're a real pain in the you-know-what. And so that's what they look like from the top. And kind of spin it around for you guys so you can see. And they're just really nice and smooth. They don't take much. If you guys get a second, head over to Albert Kim's page. He's a YouTube reviewer. If you know him, you should. And he just did a review on the new HobbyMate. He did the 2305 1800 motors. So he tested them out, and he really liked them a lot. So after the video, I'll try and put a link down in the description for you guys so you can check out his video. But yeah, so, and then of course it comes with your standard motor wire, which is nice. So it's a pretty nice long motor wire. I think this is going to reach the ESC. So if you wanted to, you could do just one single, or if you want to snip it and you want to do race wire, you can do that too. So whatever you want to do, this build is pretty actually, yeah, it's pretty diverse. You've got a lot of different options with it. So, all right, so now that we've seen all the electronics, we've seen the frame items, let's take a look at an actual frame assembled. Now, I just kind of just barely assembled it, but here's what it looks like fully assembled. So you can see there's those arms, and you can see I've got different size screws in there. I was just kind of putting it together really super quick for you guys, but just so you could kind of see. So this is what I was talking about earlier with those little inserts. They just press in. I just used a pair of just needle nose pliers and just pressed them in by hand, and it was super, super easy. So that's what it looks like from the top, from the side. So you've got definitely enough room to get your battery strap under there. This is definitely meant to be a bottom battery strap, and then there's the other side. Let's take a look at the back. So you can see it's nice and open. You have plenty of room on this. You know, even if you wanted to, you could probably buy smaller standoffs, and you could probably lower this thing down if you really wanted to cut down on some more weight. But I'm going to be using it stock as it comes. So that's what it looks like from the top. Another view from the top. So it's really nice. I really, really, really like this. It's a 220 millimeter. Is what this is. So, and yeah, and this is the Stretch X, which is really, really, really nice. Yeah, and then so it comes with the green and everything like that. So they do make these motors in. They make them in gray, and they make them in red as well. So, hey, Fly Life joined. Hey man, how's it going? if you guys don't know who Fly Life is, he is one of our local guys here in Colorado, actually, in my town, Longmont. He's a really, really cool guy. Check out his YouTube channel. Check out all our YouTube channels but he just does some awesome freestyle. If you guys love freestyle, check out his stuff. He absolutely has, yeah, definitely. So, all right, sweet. Sounds good. And then let's flip this thing from the bottom. So that's what I was talking with those recessed inserts. It's really, really nice. So I just can't say enough about this frame. It's really light. It's going to be fast. It is the Stretch X. So yeah, so I can't say enough about it. I'm really excited. Ready to get this thing. I'm going to try for you guys and get this built by this Saturday, so I can take it out to the park and I can test this thing and see how it flies. And then I'm going to take it out, hopefully, if I can get it built by Sunday, and then we're going to do some drone racing on Sunday up in LaPorte with the multi-GP chapter FOCO FPV. That's who I normally fly with, or the other guys as well. So, and we're going to just be testing the holy heck out of this thing. It's just a super, super nice frame, super durable. You can see it has just a tiny bit of flex in that carbon fiber, but for the most part, that sucker really, really is nice. So, but yeah, I definitely give this 2 thumbs up so far. You know what? Actually, the last thing I forgot to show you guys was the camera. I was just thinking about that, so let me grab my pocket knife. Let's take a look. So they've included the Fox Ear Arrow. There we go, cut one side. And you guys have heard me before. I love Fox Ear cameras. That's all I use on my builds anymore. And they're just absolutely, they make great cameras. Compared to the other one that can be Swift, we'll just say that. I like Fox Ear cameras. So they include this black one. I don't know on the 6S if you get a black one. I think you do as well. But that's what it looks like. And if you're familiar with Fox Ear cameras, they just make excellent stuff. So, and it should fit right in this frame. Let's take a look at it really quick here. There we go. So, yeah, so it's going to basically it'll fit right in these 2 notches right here. And then you can up it or you can down it. Now, if you don't want to use these side plates for your camera, you can always ditch these if you want to, and you can use a 3D printed option if you want. The same for the back for your SMA antenna. I have one of these. It's a 3D printed for an antenna, so it just goes right on the standoff. Like, if I don't drop it, it goes right on the antenna, or on the standoff like that, and then that way, and I'll put probably a 45-degree connector on it, so that way it just flows right out of the back. That's my preferred. So, but you guys don't have to do that. You can use it just as stock. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this. Right now, they're not selling these on Amazon just yet. I think they're only available through the HobbyMate and HobbyCool websites. So if you go to HobbyMateHobby.com, or also you go to HobbyCool, I think it's HobbyCoolHobby.com, or just Google both HobbyMate and HobbyCool. You can go and check out their frames and everything like that. I think they're running a special right now. If you buy the 4 motors, you get this frame for free. So it's like a $40 or $50 frame. I'm not sure how much they're going to be selling these for individually, but it is just a really nice frame. So I'm really looking forward to getting this built, and really looking forward to flying it and just getting it up in the air and just seeing how it does. I'm going to throw some freestyle props on there, try it as a freestyle, and I'm going to throw some racing props on it, and just gonna test this thing to death for you guys, just to see how it performs. So guys, that's all I've got for the newest HobbyMate. This is the Comet 5-inch 220 millimeter frame and the newest HobbyMate motors. So these things are pretty slick. Check these out. They're super thin, super nice, and they're made by RCN Power, which make really, really nice motors. Just can't say enough about these. So yeah, guys, that's all I've got for now. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it, guys. What's the weight on the motors? I don't know. I'm not sure. They're 2305, but they are super, super light. I will get you some specs. Let me contact it's Kevin over at HobbyMate, and I'll find out how much these motors weigh. They might have it on the website, but I'll look it up for you, and I'll ping you directly on like Instagram, or I'll hit you up on one of those places, guy. So I'll let you know. If he doesn't give a weight, Martin, yeah, there you go. So cool. All right, guys, so that's all I got for now. Also, if you guys are going down to the Rotor Riot Rampage, that's coming up the first weekend in October. I am going to be down there in person. I'm going to be at the HobbyMate booth. We're going to have a charging booth. We're going to have about 5 to 7 chargers, I think, set up. So you can drop off your lipos, you can charge your lipos. You're going to meet all the guys from Rotor Riot. I'm looking really forward to it. If you guys come to the Rotor Riot booth and say hi to me, I'm going to have some different stickers to give out. We're going to be doing some freebies. We're also going to do a giveaway for the HobbyMate D6 Pro charger at the end. So definitely come see me if you're going to be there. I would love to meet each and every one of you guys. I'll bring some FPV Evil Monkey stickers with me. I'll bring some Tiny Whoop stickers with me, and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing each and every one of you guys and meeting everybody. And I hope I get to meet a whole bunch of the guys from Rotor Riot. I'm super excited. Just can't say enough. So anyway, guys, Rotor Riot Rampage. So thanks, guys, as always, for tuning in. Thank you for watching my video. I very much appreciate it. And in the meantime, while you're waiting for my next video, let's keep our drones up in the air, flying high. I will see you guys next time. Have an awesome day, guys. I'll talk to you later.